Audio Jungle.
Welcome back to another episode of Playback, episode 3. I'm Andre Prady, your co-host,
and I'm your co-host, Nicole Hutchison.
It's been a week. We gave the fans and the listeners a week off, but we're back.
And I have to take you back to the NBA Finals since we didn't get a chance to, kind of rehash that. How do you feel about that L?
I was wrong. The NBA draft was Thursday.
Oh yeah, nice way to change the subject.
The NBA draft was this past Thursday. It was a lot of things going on with the NBA.
Definitely.
We're going to talk about that, our thoughts, all those kind of things. I'm just going to start off with you to ask you what you thought of the overall draft from all the things that went on.
My thoughts were just like, there's a lot of talent in that draft, so it's kind of hard for like a lot of players that have talent that were kind of overlooked, you know what I'm saying? So, other than that, the draft went as expected. Markelle Fultz went number 1. He's from Washington. I was kind of disappointed that our Houston native didn't go number 3.
Yeah.
The Celtics. He went number 5 with Sacramento. So Lonzo Ball.
He went second.
I know, and I thought the Lakers were not gonna get him, but hey. He can either sink or swim,
Absolutely.
when he gets there. So
we had De'Aaron both in our mock draft top 3s. We thought that was going to be a guarantee. But I think we both had most of these players in our top 5, give or take one or two. But Jimmy Butler.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I have to kick it back to the the NBA draft thoughts.
Okay.
Also, were you Jonathan Motley from Baylor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of disappointed with him. He didn't get drafted, and he went second team All-American. So it's kind of like there's a lot of players. Like I said, they just were overlooked, and there's really good players out there that just didn't get a chance to get drafted. Unfortunately, the NBA only drafts 60 players.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
60 players. So, it's just my thoughts. It's kind of tough, but
I think players like Molly will always find a place in the NBA. Players that have that kind of grit and that kind of tenaciousness around the paint. You can always find a spot like that for him in the NBA.
Yeah.
So
there were a lot of players that still got calls from teams. For example, Zach Irvin from Michigan, Derek Walton from Michigan. They got Walton got a call from Orlando. So there's a lot of teams that are still getting looked at, getting the opportunity to get a second chance with the summer pro leagues. So hey, good luck to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Switching gears a little bit, but not really. Jimmy Butler during the NBA draft, not even how we knew beforehand that the Celtics and the Sixers were switching picks. During the draft, I'm sure the trade talks were finalized before, but they announced it during the NBA draft, and it caught everybody off guard.
Yeah.
It really did.
I think Butler's going to do a good job with the Timberwolves. I think he's definitely going to he's like that masterpiece that they need, because with Chicago, they were a soft team, in my opinion. They were a really soft team other than Chris Dunn and Adrian Payne. So, I feel like Butler needs that kind of environment, that kind of, hustle environment, you know what I'm saying, to kind of want to win. And I feel like that he's definitely going to pay off in the Timberwolves. He's going to make that impact with that team. So
you got Jimmy at the 2, Andrew Wiggins at the 3, and Karl Anthony Towns at the 4, the 5. Wow. The Timberwolves just went from 0 to hero really quick. They had, promise, because Karl Anthony Towns was, steady on the rise, and Andrew Wiggins as well. I think he was like a 23-point scorer this past season, but, nobody's going to be able to score off the wing. You got those two guys that, they're long, they're two-way players. And then you got Cat down low.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, the Bulls really lost that trade.
And
for sure.
sorry to cut you off. I feel like the Timberwolves in Dallas actually had one of the best, drafts this year. Chicago was just It was terrible.
Okay.
Very disappointing.
I was like, oh man. And I thought another like kind of, I don't want to say sneaky. I mean, I probably some people that probably brought this up, but I thought the Hornets did really well. I mean, they already have Kemba at the 1. They went and got Malik Monk at the 2. You're gonna have, you know, Nicholas Batum at the 3, who's a solid 3 guard in this league. You know, and then you have, I know people weren't too hot on him, but you have Dwight Howard at the 5. I mean, he's a double guy. I really think they one of the, you know, wild card, dark horse teams that really made an impact during this draft.
Also with the Wizards, you know, they needed a point guard. Them getting Tim Frazier, that's a strong fit to their team too. So there's a lot of teams that, you know, are coming up, but still, Golden State Warriors will be dominating again. You know, they just have that chemistry, so I feel like.
And they have all the best players.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That too. So.
Okay, I want to ask you this really quick. Your boy Lonzo. We got to circle back to that. Your boy Lonzo. With that addition and with the trade that happened with LA and Brooklyn, Brook Lopez is coming to the Lakers. He's a, you know, great big man in this league. I mean, one of the top 3 or 4. Where do you think the Lakers will finish this season?
I don't know. That's a tough call. I mean, my personal opinion is that, you know, Lonzo, he's a good player, but I don't think he's NBA ready. If that, you know, if that's a fair statement.
Okay.
I feel like, you know, like I said earlier, he'll either sink or swim this first season. So I mean, they could go far, or they could stay in their same, you know, their same level. I don't really know what to expect from the Lakers this season.
Well, they had 17 wins this season.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll improve? I mean, do you think? Okay, well, I'm not just talking about Lonzo himself. I'm just talking about the team. Yeah.
Okay, the team. I feel like they'll improve. They look like they're trying to improve. Not really. You know,
no playoffs.
No playoffs. I don't think it's gonna be
not
playoffs.
Even a squeak into the 8th seed.
No, maybe the following season.
Yeah, maybe the following. I'm with you. I mean, I think they can be, you know, easily around a 30, 35 win team. I mean, I think they'll, you know, give people, you know, solid, you know, competition.
Exactly.
Better than they did this year. But
yeah,
I don't see the playoffs.
I don't see it for another season.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Blake Griffin and Chris Paul?
I mean, I think we all knew they were going to opt out because it's just more money on the table when you opt out and become a free agent.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am. So.
But I'm sorry. You know that I feel like they will stay with the Clippers because there's been reports that Paul may stay because there's a $205 million contract over $152 million that he would get going to another team.
You're right.
So, like you said, that's money on the table.
Yeah.
You know, if that were me, I'm staying. You know, so
you're looking at those numbers.
I'm looking at those numbers like
you're like, where can I sign?
Right. So you know, you just never know. Like, but I feel like they're gonna stay, both of them.
Right. Well, if he gets that 5 years, then I think, you know, that's a lot of money to pass up.
Oh yeah.
But people are saying that the Clippers might say, because he's going to probably be a 37-year-old point guard after those 5 years, so they may only offer him 4. And if they only offer him 4, then he can get, you know, take off $20 million from, you know, the Clippers offering him 4 and another team offering him 4, and he can just be out.
Oh, yeah.
But that's that's the thing. Like the Clippers are, you know, contemplating, should we give him the 5 years? Because people are saying they're only going to offer him 4, and if they offer him 4, he might be out the door, maybe to San Antonio.
But then again, I feel like, you know, them two are a great duo.
They are.
So I feel like wherever one goes, the other may go.
Really?
I really feel like that's going to happen. So, I mean, I feel like if one stays, they're both going to stay. If one goes, they're both out.
Okay, that's very true.
Exactly.
I really agree with that. Yeah. I know, you know, he's not, you know, I thought he's the third wheel on this big three, but you think DeAndre Jordan stays? Or do you think he gets...
I think he'll stay.
I think he'll stay too?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he'll stay. What do you think?
if those two stayed, then I mean,
He's gonna
why
stay.
not?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So, okay, let me ask you this. Next season comes up.
Mm-hmm.
We're in October.
They're all Cowboys fans,
Mhm.
but I'm actually rooting for the Texans this year. I think the only thing that they needed was a quarterback, and they got him. So I'm looking to see what Deshaun Watson does this year. Honestly, I feel like they can go far. I feel like they'll do really well this year. So I'm rooting for the Texans this year. Also the Cowboys. Also, but both teams, it's kind of hard because of Houston, Dallas type thing. But
Okay, I know you're say you're a Cowboys fan, so I might not get an objective answer, but the Giants really did some things this off.
Yeah,
they really
saw my face.
They really did some things.
Saw my face.
They really did some things this offseason. So even if you're a wild card spot or not, you still have somebody the 5th or 6th seed, they can easily win the Super Bowl. But
Exactly.
So I'm not saying you're totally going against your Cowboys if you say the opposite, but with all the acquisitions not all the acquisitions, but with the moves that the Giants made this year, do you think that y'all are in danger of not repeating as NFC East champions?
I feel like we are.
Okay.
I feel like we
Wow,
are.
that was really objective review. I'm
being
proud.
honest. I know. I feel like it will be a little hard, but we're the Cowboys, so we can handle anything.
Got the star on your helmet. It solves it
You
all.
know, exactly. Of course. That's all we need was that star.
Man, plus Barry Church and the Giants added Brandon Marshall. So I don't see how you lose a DB and gain a top receiver, and that's gonna work. I didn't even mention Odell, who single-handedly beat y'all last year.
Hey, I don't like how you're trying to make me switch over teams. Okay, I don't like it.
I'm not understanding. Y'all are in trouble.
Hey,
Y'all are in trouble.
we'll see this year.
Yeah. So I'm the Buccaneers. You're the Texans.
Definitely
right?
am.
That's your sleeper team.
That's my sleeper team. I'm sticking with the Texans. Plus Houston. So.
Well, yeah, and they're not even in y'all's conference, so you don't have to worry about them in the playoffs
Exactly.
until the Super Bowl, if that would happen. I don't think that'll happen, but no. I'm not talking about the Cowboys. I'm talking about the Texans.
I was like, what?
No. Y'all have a shot. The Texans.
Yeah, no. It'll take maybe 2-3 years
Yeah.
to make to the Super Bowl, but I mean, you never know.
But let me ask you this: they've been, the AFC champions for the past few years, so they probably gonna make the playoffs again this year. Do you think it's another early exit? Do you think they have a chance of going deep?
I think they'll have a chance of going deep.
Okay.
Their defense is strong.
Yeah, and they're getting back their best defensive player.
Exactly.
So,
So I mean, they can go deep in the playoffs.
You think they'll make it to their first AFC championship, or?
Let's not go that far. All
Okay.
right, let's
So
not.
you think they're gonna go in the same spot they were?
Probably the
this year?
same spot. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the following year.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
That's not.
No.
Let's not go that far. No.
But the Cowboys, they're going all the way.
All the way.
Man, y'all all say the same thing. It will be 10 minutes after y'all lose in the playoffs. Like, oh, we're winning next year. Don't worry about it.
Hey, you know what? Stay with your Buccaneers, okay? Stay with your Buccaneers.
Well, excuse me. All right, y'all. Well, let's get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here before I get more heat put on my neck. But we appreciate y'all listening as always. Thankful for all the support. We appreciate it.
Tune in to us next week on the Playback with Nicole
and Andre and my Buccaneers.
Wow.
Audio Jungle.